Good morning, everyone. My name is Veiko Raime. I'm from MobiLab, and today I will talk about how to build a business intelligence dashboard for small and micro businesses. When we drive our car, we continuously check on a speedometer. We need to know how fast we are going, and if the curve is ahead, we slow down a little bit to pass it and then accelerate afterwards. When I work with small clients and companies with the size of a micro business, I tend to see that they drive their business half blindly. So when the virus situation comes, which can be compared with a curve, they might hit brakes too hard and get to the stop, or they might go too fast and not pass the curve at all. So I'm going to give you 6 steps that I go through usually to build the dashboard for a company that helps them to drive the business. The first step for me is always talk to an accountant. So accountant has a very different role in different companies in different countries. But what I see with the small companies very often is that accountant is good when accountant is invisible. So we give a lot of receipts that we have collected over months, give it to an accountant and hope that we never hear back and the taxes are paid, annual report is made, and that's about it. The problem with this approach is that accountant tends to live in a parallel world where the income statement, the balance sheets, the usual reports that they work on are not reflecting a business structure of my business model. So I can't use that information for a management decision, or the information just comes too late. So when you talk to an accountant, you will make the data available in a way that you can use it later on. The second step for me is always try to identify the main input parameters to your business model. So I'm running a company with 30 people doing software and design. And my main input is the salaries, because the people is the main assets for me. So 85% of my costs are coming from the either salaries or taxes related to the salary. Now I need to know more, because in a small company people work on a different roles, but I need to know which kind of people and how much they work on the projects. So that is actually related to my revenue. Which hours are spent on customer acquisition costs. So that's related to the hopeful future revenue. So how I get more people coming to buy my services. And I also need to know how much I'm spending on overheads like office management, accounting included. So how much is this part? So once you start tracking time more detailed, that gives you another source of data for your future dashboard. When you have that in place, it's all about bringing it together. So the process is called ETL. It's extract, transform, load. And you can imagine robot walking around and taking data from different sources, putting it into one big database. So data sources could be like a point of sale system. It could be accounting software. It could be a work time log. It could be some Excel sheet that you designed before. And now it all goes to one big database where on top of you can build dashboards. We use BigQuery from Google for that reason, and we use BigQuery just because it's a good product when you scale up. So if you're small at the beginning as a company, but you're going to grow, then the BigQuery is able to grow with you. But there's a bunch of other tools available for that. Once you have data in one place, it's time to think about the metrics. So it's like a speed on your car. But the problem with the car is that that car was invented 100 years ago. Your company is new and you don't have exactly the same metrics. So you need to understand how your business model works and what are the KPIs that you need to see frequently. In current virus situation, I've seen companies asking questions like, how long is my runway? So it's a cash flow question. Do I have enough cash to pass the period when my revenue is lower than usual? Cash flow, for example, we can look at the cash on account, but problem with the cash on account is that it's not accurate enough for my decisions because not all of the cash belongs to me. Some of the cash belongs to my employees because I need to pay the salaries. Some of it belongs to my suppliers because I need to pay the bill. And maybe I even have more cash because I've sent out the invoices, but I haven't received the money yet. So a little bit better KPI for that is net working capital. Second example from a KPIs that I've been asked lately is about how large is my velocity and how big percentage my factory is running on a power. So imagine the salary again. So people are spending time on real client projects, and people are spending time on something else like meetings and overheads. So utilization rate is a good KPI to describe that how many of hours are billable work and how many are not. So if let's say 40% of hours are billable, it means that you're running too low and you might change the gear back. Maybe you need to reduce the team because you might not survive the runway that you have ahead. And if you're running too high, let's say 90% of velocity, then you need to maybe hire more because after the curve, you're not using the full potential and not accelerating fast enough. Once you have the KPIs, it's time to build the dashboards. So with the dashboards, it's few rules. It needs to be on a tool that you can actually change yourself. So it's not very good idea to build a website that is fixed and everyone is looking at the numbers on that website. It's better idea to use the tool that you can change, maybe copy, maybe have multiple dashboards because different roles in a company need different information. We use Google Data Studio, but again, there's loads of tools available that you can use and that are easy to use by any management people. Sixth step for me is kind of unique because daily my job is to run the mobile-focused agency, right? So mobility is very important. So we actually separate the KPIs that we need on a daily basis, and these we take with us. So we build always a mobile dashboard. And then there are some which we look monthly or weekly on the meetings, and these can be desktop dashboards. So it's important to have some of these dashboards with you all the time, and I can give you an example. So if I'm running a bar, then I need to know what's happened last night. I need to know what's my inventory state, how many people there were buying my products, and maybe I want to make a small adjustments for next night. So I need a mobile dashboard telling me that in the morning. So mobile dashboard, take it with you. That's the last step. And really, I genuinely believe that any company can build dashboards themselves, go through these 6 steps. But if you think that you need help on a technical side or a design side or just an advice, here's my contacts. Feel free to contact me and I'm happy to help you out. Thank you very much.